From Fairport, it's a BM for your ears. It's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. Dougie Fresh in the house. Doug doesn't like farts. That's why I
love farts, but I'm like, who's producing this? A 4-year-old?
I dug that out of the archives because farts are funny.
They are. They're hilarious.
Farts are funny.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Kids love them. I still love them. Yeah.
Yes. When was the last time you had to laugh over a fart? Have you had to laugh over a fart recently?
I have to do a little bit of thinking, but no, I haven't.
I have had to laugh over a fart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we were leaving, I should be very careful. I always love to say that because people get annoyed. Why are you be careful? But my mom, when we were leaving, and we had traveled about 5 hours from Maine to her house, and then I had another 4 to get back here all in the same day. So we stop at her house, and she wanted us to have something to eat, so we were coming in. But apparently she was holding some stuff in for quite a while.
Oh, yeah?
And all of a sudden she stood there, and there was like this thing, and she just burst out laughing. She didn't know what to do. And my son, who's 16, is just
she farted in front of you, too?
She couldn't help it.
Oh, right.
And it was one of these low, long...
like the tugboat coming through Stutson Street Bridge.
And it was just funny. It was just funny. And that's just.
I thought I was going to fart at work last night.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Now that could be bad.
Yes.
Because you're a bartender.
Yes.
Right. And you don't want to be like, even if it's a crop dust where nobody hears it.
Right.
But then it comes wafting from behind the bar.
It's a little stinky. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a real problem.
So then I unsqueezed, and I thought, I'm like, am I going to shit my pants all of a sudden? So I didn't fart, but you get to a certain age that sometimes you let it go, and then, but I didn't. It was just must have been something I
Do you find, because we're of a similar age now, that things in that area have changed a little bit, where now it's more of a gamble, and it depends on your diet?
Yes, and your diet, yes.
And by that, I mean, like, if you went out drinking the night before, even not heavily,
yes.
But let's say you had 3 or more.
Well, let's say that I did drink heavily.
Oh.
Let's say that I did drink heavily Tuesday night, which I did. It was the first time I drank heavily since I was in Turks for my buddy's wedding.
Okay.
It was our euchre league banquet. It was open bar. So
all right.
Jenny lights and shots, and then we went from there to brew. And finally, I'm like, I gotta go. So my buddy and I, we split an Uber. We went to his house first, dropped him off, and then the guy's taking me to my house. And I'm looking at his phone, and since I Uber myself, I know what I'm looking at, and I'm not on a drop off. I'm like, did you drop me off early? He goes, yeah, I must have. I'm like, well, you're still going to drop me off, obviously. And he was swerving. He was either drunk or high. And I'm like, now I'm thinking I'm drunk. So am I watching this correctly?
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, he was.
Really?
Yeah. And I almost wrote him in. I'm like, I'm not 100% myself. So.
Right. So maybe my perception's off a little bit. Okay. All right. Fair.
Right.
But scary.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. After a night of drinking, you got to be careful what you eat the next day.
Well,
and if it goes right through you, and
right,
where you're going to be, and family and friends, or if you're going to be or work.
I did something a little unorthodox. I'll say it that way, because I think at this point in my graduate school program, and it's a accelerated program as well, so they're doing it faster, and there's a lot of information, and there's a lot of courses. And yes, what were you going to say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm looking at you all. I'm thinking about his Animal House and Delta, and Bluto, and
you can almost feel the vibe, and it's a thick anxiety.
Yeah,
like people are freaked out. And there's this one class in particular that is very tough. And the final, I think people are really intimidated by it. And it's one of these things that if you go back through, you just get the beats down as to what is required, right, to make this assessment or whatever. It's somewhat formulaic in that process. And then because here's what's going to happen. Somebody's going to come in. They're going to act out some kind of diagnosis as though they came in. We get to ask questions. They leave. And then we have So 3 hours in the class. So however long that person's interviewed as an intake to find out stuff, then you take that information and you have to do an assessment, right? Based on that. And it's got to be written in clinical terms. And I think people are freaking out going, what the fuck?
You should take my father in. Yeah, you got a question. Third from the back. What's happening?
So I think people are freaking out. So we leave that professor lets the class normally goes till like 6:50, and then you go to your second class at 7 o'clock. Lets us out at 6:30. And I go, I'm running and getting booze for everybody.
Going to get booze?
Yeah, because the next class, the professor has said, no, wait, why? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Look, I'm trying to be a good fellow.
You know what this class needs, everybody? Uncle Bill, Bill right back. I have the problem, kids. Liquor. This is what I'm going to do when I try to help people. Yeah, Mr. Moran, me and my father, me and my husband are having marital problems. Oh, no problem. I have a bottle of Tito's. Problem solved. Here's some cranberry too. That'll be $300. Yeah, because alcohol obviously fixes everything.
No, hang on.
Because when you black out, you don't know what's going on. So, it's kind of like when Dorothy was running to Oz and she's like all excited, and then the poppies put her to sleep and she's like all happy, and then you're the guy with the snowflakes going, no, let's go, come on, let's go, come on, Lion, come on, Tin Man, come on, Scarecrow, let's go.
Are you done?
Yes, I think so. Okay. So
I ran down, and the professor has said, what happened?
I was almost going to write down what alcohol I thought you were going to buy.
Yeah. Hang on.
Okay,
you need some scrap paper?
I'll put it on my.
No. Put it right here.
I'm going to say
scrap paper for you.
Here's one. I don't think you're going to get all that.
No,
All right, cover for me, Bob. I'll be back in 20.
So I race out and I go and I buy what's called a Bota box of wine.
Okay.
I
did not have wine.
But and the reason I got wine is the professor has said at the beginning of the semester, hey, sometimes in this class I'll bring in a bottle of wine or two. You're all adults. We can have a relaxed discussion and just kind of loosen things up a little bit. Well, we're getting to the end of the semester, and that hasn't happened. So I went, fuck it, I'm taking matters into my own hand. And most of the people in that class...
Liquor. Liquor. I had that you bought White Claw, so you just went into a liquor store and said, yeah, give me 100 mini liquor bottles of Jameson and stat.
So this liquor store happened to be near Wegmans, so I bought the Bota box. Then I ran over to Wegmans. I got a stack of cups. And then while I'm in there, I go, well, I might as well pick up some Guinness, but they only had the 4-pack. So I got 2.
Of course.
And then I race back to campus, and I come walking in right at 7 o'clock. And the professor goes, hey, man. And I said, hey, I got
drop your cocks and grab your socks. Let's do this. You just talk about with all like
armful. I have a messenger bag, so I'm trying to hide.
Is this the AA class? No, it's down the hall. Okay, this 104. No, this is 107. Okay,
I was trying. I was trying to hide it, so I've got it like all stuffed in my messenger bag, but it won't buckle. So I've got my hand.
That leather thing you have?
Yeah,
oh,
and
God.
I'm trying to support it at the same time so it doesn't like break the strap. And I get in there and I put it out, and man, it was like flies to shit.
Yeah,
I put that fucking wine out, and the women got all excited. And this one girl, let me rephrase that. This one young woman sitting next to me reaches over and she starts opening the top of the box. I go, whoa, rookie. I go, there's a spout at the bottom. And
she looked at the box and she tried to open the top of the box.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna make it in that class.
So I go here and I pulled it out. Well, I don't know that she's ever had a Bota box. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. We're talking young, right? I mean, it really is. So, but either way, set that up, and then I put
still to be that aggressive just to get some alcohol.
Well, I think she was just trying. Yes,
maybe she was trying to help. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. So this is the water bottle I bring everywhere. I can fit 2 Guinness in here.
Oh, God.
I drank. So none of the guys drank, but me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the guy sitting next to me, a little bit older dude, didn't. Somebody else goes, no, beer makes me tired. I got to go home and deal with a 2-year-old child later. So,
Okay.
So the women are drinking. I wound up saying to one of them at the end, whoever wants it, take it. I don't want it. There was like probably a quarter of the box left. And everybody's being conservative. They're like just filling it up just a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm like, well,
it's not happy hour at McConaughey's. I mean,
I drank
in front of you, drank all 8 Guinness in front of everybody.
I did not drink all 8. I did drink majority.
How many did you drink?
I'm about to tell you.
I'm going to say.
Now, wait. Go ahead. Write your number down. Write your number down. And I'm dropping things everywhere.
Yep. Drop it like it's at.
Okay.
And this was a 2-hour class?
3.
3-hour class.
Yeah. 3-hour class.
I'll still stick with my number.
Okay. What's your number?
4.
Yeah.
You went 5, didn't you?
Yes,
yeah,
you
did.
Oh, no. I did 4 in the class. I did do 4 in the class. Okay. Hang on. Let me rephrase this. You're right. I did, but there was 5 by the end of the night.
Okay.
So here's here's what I did. I opened one, I put it in my water bottle, and it only filled it halfway. Closed the water bottle, I drank. You take a break in the class for everybody to go to the bathroom. They normally do. And I put 2 more in there. I sucked that down. And then the young woman sitting next to me turns to me and goes, "Are you going to be okay to drive?" And I go, and I look at her. And I go,
"Fuck yeah! Why don't you mind your own business and listen to the teacher? You're carrying 67% average, Dorothy." Bitch, go ahead, Mr. Mr. Adams.
So I, Mr. Adams. So I,
Professor Adams.
I say to her, "Have we met?" But they don't know me very well, right? I mean, I don't hang out with these people.
You know what? You're right. Maybe you should give me a ride home.
So,
Then
well,
I'll ride you later.
I said,
"You like Chinese food?"
No. Okay. So I said, "I'll be fine. I'll be fine." Is that bad? Should I not say I'll be fine?
Top 10 answers on the board. Give me number 1 thing Bill says when people ask him if he's going to be okay to drive. What is it, Doug? I'll be fine. Ding! Number 1. You want to pass or play? I'll play.
So then at the end of class, there are now 5 Guinness sitting there. So I have, at this point, only consumed 3. Professor says after class, "Any Guinness left?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll have one with you now." And I said, "Okay." So I didn't want him to drink alone.
Of course not.
So I crack a beer.
Teacher's pet.
Now there's
brown
somebody.
noser.
No, but hang on. I was just about to use that term for somebody else in the class because somebody else gets in there and they like talk to this guy after class for a really, really, really long time, all the time. And every time this guy says something, it is of value. I'm not going to deny that, but it feels like it goes on for fucking ever. Yeah. Well, but
I'm with you.
I can't. I don't know. Right. I worry that I do that at times. So he was standing there. So I sucked it back and I wound up then walking out and talking to a guy who is an Army vet. And it was an interesting conversation because he was over in Iran and Iraq and all these places. And now is like works for a ballistics company and goes all over the world. Like he has to go to France in June and he was just in Japan and he was at these different places. So he and I were talking and I just said, because of the political climate with things, how does he feel when there is this perception around the world? And I'm just asking him, like, does he get upset sometimes with the view in the class? It's going to be mostly liberal, open-minded people who don't want to see human suffering of any kind. We feel things, and we're in a helping profession. And he said, I have no problem with how anybody feels. He goes, I just know my lived experience, and I can tell you that, we went after Venezuela. And he goes, why? Because that's where China gets most of their oil from. He goes, then we go to Iran. So now we're going to shut things down basically in China. And he goes, and that's what it is. And if we let them continue to build their nuclear weapons, we will probably be the target. But this is the biggest, baddest army in the world. And he's like, so, it was just interesting to hear that perspective because it's not one that you hear, and it was just very simple. Like there wasn't a lot of. So then he and I were going to go for a beer, and then he's like, "No, I actually have to go home." But now I had it in my head
to go get a beer.
to go get a beer.
That's so uncommon. Yeah.
And it's a Thursday night.
Yeah.
So I just
it's a school night.
So I just
of course you're gonna stay out late.
So I just
sneak back into your dad's house.
Yeah.
Or your house.
So, wait. So okay, ready? So then I go to a place, see a friend, sit there, talk to this guy, and leave. Have one and leave. Only one. Went home. 5 for the end of the night. And then I come home, and as I'm walking up the path to the place, I see somebody like opening their window.
Your son?
Yeah.
Sneaking out.
Well, I don't know. So I just go, it wasn't coming out. It just was opening the window. And I go, "Hey, motherfucker, it's kind of cold." oh, hey, Dad. So I don't know.
Was he grounded?
I don't. No.
Then why didn't he go out the first? Oh, he was smoking weed.
He wasn't doing anything.
Was it? He just opened the window?
He just opened the window. I think there might have been intent, but I can't say because there was no action.
Wait, he can't. If he's not in trouble, why is he sneaking out the window?
I didn't say he was sneaking out the window. I said he opened the window. And I went, "Hey, motherfucker, it's kind of cold out. Why are you opening the window?" And he went, "Oh, hey." And then he shut the window, and I came out to the kitchen, and we talked, and there was nothing. There was no smell. There was no. So I don't know. I don't know what the intent was, but I went to bed. So if he went out after that, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. And that was it. That was it. But yes, that was my drinking. And the reason I bring it up, going back to the farts, next day, stomach feeling a little saucy, and I didn't eat. I've been eating less. I wanted to be at a certain weight by tomorrow. We're recording this on a Saturday, so by tomorrow. And I think I'm going to miss it by about 2 pounds.
Yeah.
So it actually is bothering me a lot.
I'm hanging right around 220 right now. I've hit 219.
Yeah.
219.4.
There you go, baby.
222. Today it was 220 something. So
yeah, good. Good. Get
back. Well, I am on it. Just a regular workout every day.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing.
It is. Well, what if you go 4 days a week? You know?
Yeah, it's really.
I mean, my thing is if you can get up in the morning and take a walk, you know, I like this routine. This is what I like because I am starting to realize, and I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, discipline equals freedom. I don't know if that means anything to you or not.
It does not.
Okay, I'll explain it. So no, seriously.
I'm listening.
What? Why do you laugh at me? I try to be like, you know, bring some
you're going off
philosophical stuff here. I try to bring it around.
Right.
So
we never laugh at each other for any of this stuff.
God damn, do we ever? It's my love language. I think that like a perfect morning for me would be get up. I've got this. I'm gonna. This is very vulnerable to me, and I'm gonna allow you to just have a field day with this. Are you ready?
I'm
gonna
ready.
give you material.
Okay.
I'm loading the cannon for you right now.
You got one in the chamber.
I know. I'm loading. I'm fucking putting the cannonballs in. I get up. I have something called the 5-minute journal, and it asks you to think of 3 things you're grateful for. Something you want to happen that day and whatever. Okay. Then if I can jump into a freezing cold shower, right? Just, and not even long. I was trying to build it up to 5 minutes, but then I stopped that a while ago and now I'm still back down at 30 seconds. And I just, I get out and you're really kind of awake now. Meditate for 10 minutes, take a walk, then come back and kind of start your day, breakfast, whatever. That to me is like the greatest start to the day.
Okay. My greatest start to the day is wake up at 9:30, go take a piss, go back to bed, sleep till 11, roll over, wake her up, give her a little morning wood, go back to bed till noon, have her cook me breakfast, blow me a little bit, send her off on her way, take a nap, and then go Uber.
All right.
So we're on 2 different. You're Saturn, I'm Jupiter. We're in the same solar system, but not quite.
I mean, that would be a great day, but
that rarely happens.
Buddy, I should have read. That's like, that's as rare as Halley's Comet. Every 76 years it comes around.
That's funny. I used that joke last night.
What?
There was a very attractive older lady.
Yeah.
With, I don't know if it was a girls' night out, but one of the girls knew me. This was a young girl. she won't be listening. Her name's Lynette. I can't remember her last name, but we're kind of like, I think I know you. I know you too. And then I'm like, I used to work here, used to work there. And something came up. I was joking with a very attractive older lady. She had to be around 70. I did some of my bet, but I'm, my wheelhouse for women is between 70 and eulogy. And they all laughed. I'm like, actually, I do comedy, older women, this, that. So I go back to the bar. I come back out to run a credit card. And I'm like, hey, is it true you've seen Haley Comet 3 times? Big laugh.
Yeah, well, it would be.
Yeah.
But my point is, like, the discipline you have gives you you feel better. It's the freedom, like the freedom being you lost the weight, you feel better, you move better, you
getting up, being motivated, and
that's what I mean when
achieving something.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times you're doing shit that you don't want to do, but you feel better after you did it, and it's just consistency. Yeah. It's being, you got to get comfortable with being alone and doing an ugly thing every fucking day. Yeah. And once
I get up, I sit down for a little bit, I stretch my bones, and then
your bones,
my bones, and then I do a little stretch, and then that's when I do my leg lifts and plan out the time when I want to get going and everything. I tweaked it a little bit this week, and I think it's gonna start working, because in between workouts, or even if you're using weights, you want to take a 2-minute break or something like that. So I can go from leg lifts to doing curls or working out with barbells, and that'll be the 2-minute break, and then I can go back to that. So kind of condensing it and getting more in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I do 5 reps of the leg lift, I can do 5 reps of the dumbbells or the straight bar, and then do some planks, and they should take about an hour, and then start my day.
I think it's great. You look like you've lost weight.
I have
think
30 pounds.
Fantastic. That's fantastic, dude.
Somebody asked me last night, where am I going? And I wear a suit, I wear a vest and tie, so you can see it here.
Yeah.
But I'm like, now they're getting too big, because I was buying 3X.
Yeah.
Just so.
Well, somebody lost an eye too when a button fucking flew off. When you took
absolutely, because I was so fat.
You were laughing once. And went, Pam! All right, we're gonna take a moment. You have a nephew.
I do.
I just want.
He is a big pain in the ass.
Okay, at some.
No, I love him, but
but at some point, raising a boy turns into managing a man who still lives in your house. And
I'll tell you, go ahead, because I've heard this from Uber drivers.
Yeah, we'll get into
Uber
it.
riders. Okay,
right after this.
Here on round number 2. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Pittsburgh. You got the one, the only, the hip shaking, money making, tower power man of the hour, 24/7. The one your mother warned you about. Dougie Fresh in the house, baby. And to my right, you know him, you love him. 6'2" and eyes of blue. The admiral of the airwaves of Poindexter Podcast. Your favorite of mine, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. BM himself, Bill Murray.
Wow, look at that. That is just so well done. Dougie Fresh in the house.
You know what? Somebody texted me the other day. I forgot to tell you this too, but just thinking about it. It says, Barrel Dolls needs a DJ, and you're in if you want it.
So
I just ran into a stripper I used to work with at Classy Cat, Family Dollar. And
things are going well.
Yeah. For both of us. Hey, you want to split that 4-pack of toilet paper? And she's like, oh, absolutely. And she is bartending at the Barrel, and I text her that I just got this text, and she goes, I don't think they're hiring DJs, but I'll let you know. And it was a false. It
was a false?
Yeah.
Well, who sent it to you?
A friend of mine. I don't want to say his name.
Okay.
Yeah. But maybe got excited or met the guy or met the owner.
Yeah.
And
could be.
Maybe it's something that's coming up.
Yeah. Would you go back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple nights a week.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely do the podcast from there.
No,
huh? Of course you would. Come on. Kevin would be there.
I'm not a big. I've never.
You don't have to be a big fan. You just come.
That's true. You're right.
We're remotely. My friend Doug. I want to see what he does. I want to see the show.
All right. I think I almost got into a fight this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. This morning, actually. For context, my son is now 6'3".
Okay.
205 pounds. So it's not this cute dad wrestling stuff we used to do with, where you would tickle and all this. Right. And I come at him just playfully kind of boxing, right? Because he has boxed with me and stuff. And it's more of a business decision these days if I really want to fucking do this or not. And I'm not kidding, because like we're fake boxing. I'm just messing around, and so then he comes quick, and I catch. So I'm trying to block it, but it's my forearm. My forearm fucking hurts. You know, I mean, like he caught me right on the.
Did you say timeout? Okay, that's enough.
I didn't say anything.
Did you hit him back?
Yeah, but
in the face.
There was a time. No.
Okay.
There was a time that things between us got a little spicy. And
this morning, or
no,
the past couple of years,
past couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
past couple of months or so. And
kick his ass. Let him know who the big bull of the cattle ranch is.
We were fake boxing and stuff, and it kind of got a little more serious, and some things were said. And I took a step back right into the ottoman, which then kind of clipped my legs out from under me, and I wound up sitting, and I caught one in the forehead. And I popped back up, and lamps went down. It was not good. It was not a good situation. I was like, it was like a Rocky montage. I popped back up. I was so pissed. And I mean, my dignity at the time is a little questionable, because I don't think it was, maybe I took it too far, but
I think that almost would have been a good thing to have fisticuffs to get all that energy out. Because after that, all the energy would have been hugging in tears, and I'm sorry. And might have even grown
right
been a little closer together.
No, I get it, and I mean, I don't want to turn it into a CPS investigation, Child Protective Services coming in, but
I'd stand up for you.
But it did get me thinking: are we raising boys? And I know this sounds weird in a world where there's many people saying I don't identify as either gender. That's fine, but there's still people who are that gender. And my question is: are we kind of raising them right, or are we just shocked when they become exactly what they are? And by that I mean, like you're talking about, boys run around, they wrestle, they do stuff. I mean, when my kids were little, I think I'm pretty sure there was a doll or something that came around that somebody did. They never really gravitated toward that. I mean, they would. The older guy would kind of mimic mom with his younger brother putting the doll in, because they're only 16 months apart. So he wasn't even really talking. He would put it in like this stroller or something. But I don't know why somebody got it. Maybe is it whatever. But they all gravitated toward the Bob the Builder trucks, Scoop, Muck, and Dizzy.
Good.
And then we'd have to go look at the the trains. And but what I'm saying is, with like boys too, is you don't ease into it. You don't ease into this. It kind of comes all at once when the testosterone kicks in and you start growing, and it's like, phew. I mean, kid's 6'3".
Right.
It's gone pretty quickly. And I feel like I went from like a teaching him to, sometimes I hope I survive this lesson. When you're 6'3", go to your room. I don't know if that's just a suggestion these days, Doug. Or,
fucking make me, Dad. I'm like,
I mean?
hey, I am. And you're not gonna like it.
It's more than a comment, right? Well, I watched an old fight last night as I was laying in bed. Mike Tyson, and I forget the guy he was boxing, but he was undefeated IBF champion, and Mike was the WBC and WBA.
I just saw the reel of that too. They've been coming up on my.
Yeah, it's a 6'7" boxer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the guy's got to reach. Tyson's not even 6 feet.
Right,
and Tyson did win the fight, but they went the distance. And this was before the rape allegation, because it was right after that. The guy wanted a rematch. It was a unanimous decision, but they were scoring at like 113 to 117. That's pretty close.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So the guy wanted a rematch, and Tyson wound up in prison, but he was talking afterwards, and I don't know what happened to this guy's boxing career, and I'm forgetting his name right now. Something the Terminator was his name. Something Terminator. But it was good, but Mike would get in. Once Mike gets inside, you're in trouble.
Powerful.
Once he rolls underneath a couple of your punches, now he's inside. He gets your ribs. I mean, the greatest thing about
his thing was come to the head and then come right
You
up.
got it.
Here,
100%.
So when you're blocking like that, you get this area underneath.
So that's what he did. You're right, because then you instinctually go up here, and you leave all that
right up here,
all that real estate. But when he gets inside, man, that fucking hook he's got was powerful. And when you hit somebody there, it's almost a delayed reaction, because at first they're going, and then the air leaves their lungs, and they're, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh fuck, and it was over.
So you're watching Tyson videos now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Jameson, finish your homework. Daddy will be right in to tuck you in. You pussy.
But the point that I keep thinking is like,
you know what you're going to be? You wind up as this Inspector Couto and Kato, where you come home and you don't know when he's going to attack you, and you got to be on the. You got to be on the offensive,
yes,
on
all
the
the
defense,
time,
all the time,
all the time.
You might get attacked at,
Right, but I mean, here's what I keep thinking, and maybe you see this even with your nephew, and I see it with like young kids, and I always kind of thought it when my boys were going through school. We spend years telling them to calm down, to sit still, don't be aggressive, and then one day they wake up in a man's body.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, how many men do you know that are 6'3"?
Besides you?
Well, I'm not. I'm 6'1", but I'm just saying, like, no, I'm just saying, right. But think about that. My kid's taller than me, and the oldest one is even bigger than that.
Wow.
Yeah. He's very proud.
No, every time I saw my nephew, I try to wrestle and show some moves, and he, laugh or whatever. And I'm like, this is what we're going to do. You get into wrestling, and this is, and then I would hold him down. I'm like, no, if you knew how to wrestle, you could get out of Uncle Doug's grip, and then I'd have to let him go. You don't want to frustrate him.
No.
And now he's
nothing.
He's just on his phone all the time.
Well, and that's the thing is like, I feel like it's hard.
I mean, I'm not with him 24 hours. So,
no, yeah, but
and not everybody does sports, but I mean, he didn't even, the closest I got was trying to bribe him or make a deal that if he went through one season of wrestling, that I would take him out to that Nike foot shop.
In Waterloo?
No, at Eastview Mall, the guy that used to be on here.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
The Plug.
The Plug.
Great place.
I said, well, I'll take you to Eastview. I'll buy you whatever Nike you want, whatever sneaker you want, but you got to go through the season.
Buddy.
Yeah, I know. But, and he goes, well, what if I only do it for a month? I go, no, that's not how it works. So that was the closest. He was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But now.
Well, what do you think he would have gotten out of wrestling?
Wrestling? Well, number one, it teaches you how to get off your back. So whatever happens. And when you wrestle, nothing in your life after that will be as hard as wrestling practice. You go through that.
Yeah, that's a really, really important thing. Because I used to think that sometimes with football.
Yeah.
I used to think that with football, and I thought it with track on power tempo days where they would try to build the lactic acid in your muscles until people were literally puking.
I think this was a question NFL players years ago, because I think like 85% of them had wrestled in high school, and they asked them, what would you rather have, a wrestling practice in high school or NFL practice? You go, NFL practice. Yeah. We don't want to wrestle, because you remember those days.
Yeah.
So it teaches you how to work with people, teaches you how to win, teaches you how to lose. In fact, there's a friend of mine, I have two friends. Their boys are both getting into wrestling. So I've been sending them videos every now and then of something I thought can help. And one of them wouldn't shake the guy's hand, or he had a real discipline problem with sportsmanship. And that teaches you. And she actually asked the coach, you better start fixing this, or he's not going to wrestle, because I don't like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Now, this happened at, not that it's a big thing at the national tournament. It was 176 pounds, whatever. Guy from Penn State whipped the shit out of the guy from Iowa. Yeah. And they're all on the podium. He's the last one to come up for first. So he shook everybody's hands. And the guy from Iowa just kept his hands in his pockets and wouldn't shake it. Now, that guy from Iowa, too, was losing pretty bad, like 12-2, 13-2, and he tried to get him in a reverse headlock for a throw. Not only a throw, but it's like he's trying to rip his head off. Yeah. And like, and some of the wrestlers over the years with that coach, Terry Brands, have done some shitty things as well. So you're kind of like, what's going on there? That wasn't Dan Gable days. So it's very sportsmanship, very honorable, gladiator kind of thing. So, you get your ass kicked. I always go back and shake the guy's hand, and then I'll be pissed off.
Right.
There's certain aspects, like some guys wrestle to the outer circle so they can get out of bounds if they're in trouble. So you can't get a takedown on them. Just shitty things like that.
Well, as you're saying this, because I'm thinking about it, like, are we preparing boys for the strength that's going to come? Like, they're going to get, like,
not if their father isn't.
No, well, right. But I mean, if there's the or are we pretending it's not coming? Like they're going to turn into this testosterone-ridden thing, and if they don't have some kind of outlet that's built in, it does become problematic, and you can have problems. And I keep thinking as you're talking,
not with all boys, but
not with all boys, but I'm just saying like that can be
5'4" like I am, or 5'6" right now.
Yeah,
you know, but some people aren't aggressive. But when you get to be that big, you're going to want to test your barriers,
right? But I mean, I go, you know, there's a lot of edge, I think, to boys, and I'm not anti-school, but we ask kids who are, let's go back to like a 9-year-old. You got to sit all day. I'd like to put a fucking room full of 30-year-old men and go, 6 hours, we're going to sit here. No fidgeting, no moving. You get outside for about a half hour. You can have a lunch break. We're going to take you down to the gym. You can run around there. But if I hear anything, I mean, that's what it is. And it's really, and I get why it has to be that way. It's a system. I wish it could be changed. I don't know what the change would be. But there, you know, energy shows up before emotional regulation does with little boys.
Well,
you know, hitting
50 years ago, it was okay to do that, and there was no problems. Now,
yeah. So I sometimes feel like we're asking for control before we've
kind of got students that want to fight their teachers, right? In class.
Direction. Yeah. Yes.
And you can't do anything because they're children and they have their rights, and he's not understanding how strong he is. So,
well, that is all my point. Like, you don't know how strong you are or whatever. You want to test it. You want to do that. Where's the outlet? How do you teach sort of the regulation? And I love what you were saying, like about being pissed off at losing. I feel like I still have such even growth in my age now to fix things. Like I got a speeding ticket and
I heard that.
Was ridiculously fucking pissed off. And my mother's like, you're acting like a child.
Yeah.
And
in front of your son.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I'm hearing. I'm looking, I'm like, why are you so pissed? What kind of example are you setting for your son?
Well, you
get pulled over, you get pissed off, and you can't wait to be a smartass to this cop.
I didn't say anything to him.
I know. Well,
I didn't say a word. I never opened my mouth on purpose because I didn't want to say anything that was going to be that way. But again, that would be like losing and not shaking the guy's hand. Mm-hmm. It's a shitty way to be, and it's not how you want to be. And you got to step back and go, what is the driving thing? Why? I swear to God, it's not the losing. It's what losing represents. It's not the speeding ticket. It's what the speeding ticket represents.
You're mad at yourself for doing that.
Well, I failed. I did whatever. Well, losing.
I don't think you failed. I think getting mad at yourself. Gosh, damn, I should have been watching it better. Yeah. You get to talking. Now, I have a great I speed. You got to see. This is what I tell my dad. Because when we drive to bingo, which we are in a couple weeks, he goes, you know, you're doing 85. You know, if you keep it between 71 and 72, they won't pull you over. I'm like, yeah, 85 though. When you get pulled over, you have to go to the bathroom, and you're 81 years old. Yeah. And I don't want my father to be disrespectful. And we have to find a pisser right now because he's not pissing.
Oh my God! Why didn't I think of this? I have my 78-year-old mother sitting next to me. God,
why are you going so fast, officer? My mother has bladder problems, and we have to get to the bathroom right now. I don't want to. And then you get a fucking police escort, which makes you even closer to where you want to go. And he's probably going to go faster. You got to think these things. Use that brain of yours. Use that big nugget above your shoulders. You know what I'm saying, buddy?
I'm not good at lying like that. I
think it's exaggerated.
I've been able to.
You drinking? Lie. Yeah. You buying? I just fucking finished 4 Guinness in a classroom. I want to be a therapist. You crazy fuck. Hey, you don't like beer? My son's got probably a bag of weed in his pants.
I probably did. See, I've been making some bad choices, I think, lately. As you break that down, the drinking thing in the classroom, I go, well, maybe not such a smart idea. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, but maybe not such a smart
idea. If anybody wants to just relax with a cup of wine, I got Guinness. Taking it to the next level. Grad School of Masters. Who's with me?
I don't get thrown out of the program.
And this year's valedictorian, Bill Moran. Thank you all. Going to do a keg stand in the parking lot to signify my achievement. Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Well, look, I think I was one of those too much boys. You know what I mean? As a kid.
Sneaking out and doing like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I was one of those too much, right? Too much boys. But those are the boys that, for most part, right? I would even say, like, you know, Mac built this studio, Mac of all trades. I don't know. I think Mac was maybe a too much guy. Like, he was just a guy. He had a lot of energy. He was going to do stuff. He still is sort of that way. But they're the people.
But he's got a path and a.
Well, right. These become the guys who build things.
Yeah.
these become the guys who lead things. They protect people, and that to me is kind of where we sometimes lose it. And I feel like I wish there could be almost alternatives for boys in schools to allow that to happen a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying don't learn the math and all that
no,
stuff.
I get you. I think there should be. I mean, when my parents went to school, every city school had something different. One had agriculture, and carpentry or electric. I think everybody should go through that.
Can you say that again for me?
Huh?
Say it again.
I've been drinking. Agriculture.
Yeah. Yes.
So each school had a specific thing they were teaching outside of math and English and science.
Yeah. We had the Future Farmers
I think
of America.
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Carpentry.
Yeah.
Electricity. Just home.
Oh, well, that sort of thing they are doing in some schools. Yeah, for sure.
Some schools, but
yeah. I think people are freaking out with AI and they're going, well, jobs are going to go away. This is going to go away. Oh, look, I played on the podcast, and I don't know.
I've always thought if you want to work, you'll find a job.
I agree.
You know, it might be a little harder. I go on Indeed, but again, like when I didn't have a car, I mean, I need a job now. Not next week, not 3 interviews now.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I get it?
It's interesting that showed up twice. Okay. Yeah, it's
but like you say, for your future high school, what do you want to be? There's fishermen, there's this, a fireman, policeman. You don't have any idea. You still haven't gone out into the world and gotten wet. I'm still kind of wondering.
I would say that's even sort of a problem with college. And
how many people do you know that use their college degree? Unless you're a teacher, I don't know anybody.
I was a communication major, so
it's the lamest. It's just get me through. It's nothing.
No, but I was already
communication.
I was already on the radio. I was already on the radio.
Yeah, right.
And it did help me learn to write more journalistically. I was journalism major, philosophy minor, and so that was kind of fun. And I think it sort of helped me even now. But I think you always continue to learn throughout your life. But I even sometimes worry that you're paying so much money. So I think the end result is, well, I got to get a good job. I got to get a good job to pay it back. And I wish it wasn't so expensive because learning for the sake of learning. Look, I would love for any of my boys, learn some carpentry stuff because you can do things as a hobby you may really like. And I had a job where you were talking into a microphone, but you didn't know how you did at the end of the day. You found out 3 months later when the ratings came in, but that was from 3 months ago. It's not today. It's not indicative of today. And I had nothing tangible. So when I would go home and I had, we bought this house that was built in 1963, and I replaced the bedroom doors with solid pine doors, and they looked great. I could step back and go, I did that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's the thing that I think is so fantastic, because as much as this may sound a little corny, I think that one of the things that everybody suffers from is a self-esteem issue in some capacity at any age. I think you can even go to old people, and it's a self-esteem issue.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're seeing more and more suicide in older men because why? They lost their value. They're not providers anymore. They got nothing. It's all fucking gone. What's the point of being here? I mean, and now look, I would not encourage this, but you're seeing it, and they're violent. They're like blowing their heads off. You're seeing more and more with guns. But my point is, like, that satisfaction is a self-esteem builder for you. And I think with anybody, I think like even working, I think for you, right? You've talked about losing weight, myself, right? It makes you want to keep going. It's just, you feel good. You feel like you can do things, and you're not sitting around being a blob stuck in your own goo.
Right. Making excuses.
Pass the Guinness.
Yeah. It's party time in room 704. Psychology, come and get it.
I want to get into something that's been in the news a little bit here, but I will say we have entered a world where perception is reality, but reality is optional. To that right after this.
Why do you do this every week? This is like the techno version for the Running Man and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it doesn't feel
Good afternoon, come on. We're going to do the Running Man with Bill Moran. And I'm always running to get my podcast with this guy from Colorado to California. He's 6'2", his eyes are blue. He works out with me at the gym. I work with the weights and we give him balloons. He is a big girly man. But when I'm listening to a podcast on the way to the gym, there's no other podcast that I want to listen to but the Bill Moran Show and Billified.
I know that.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah, that was great.
That's my best Sean Connery.
I just wanted to say something about Arnold because it popped in my head. I find him to be absolutely fascinating.
Absolutely.
And I know that people get very frustrated. He cheated on his wife. He had a kid out of wedlock with the maid.
With the maid.
I'm not saying that it is a good thing at all, but it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, who, I don't know, you have more testosterone than most people. I don't get it. I don't. And
he could have been more careful.
Of course. Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
It does nothing to do with your life except the pedestal you put him on.
Yes.
And who it hurt more was his 4 kids and his wife.
100%. And he had a kid, and that kid looks more like Arnold than his kids with Maria, because those Kennedy genes, I mean, maybe they're lucky. Because that kid does look a little like...
Funny, I just saw a reel. They put him next to each other, and he's pretty jacked up, too.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked up, too. Right. So, oh, God. That's tomorrow. I was speaking of jacked up. My son is in a powerlifting contest tomorrow.
Not Jameson.
No. Jordan. Jordan is... he won his age group last time. He's like... So, I think...
He's the one that's 6'2", right?
Nope.
6 foot.
He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Okay.
The other guy texted me the other day and goes, "Hey, I'm catching up to Jordan." And I said, "What
for height or weight?"
Lifting. And he said, "Yeah, he's 6'7". And he goes, "Yeah, I did 5 sets of 3, like 295 on the bench." And Jordan, I don't know what he works out with, but he on a consistent, but he's over 300. Yeah, easily over 300. He's jacked.
I like watching pumping iron sometimes in the morning when I'm working out, just to kind of get me in that mind frame.
Where
fuck's your problem? It's all about working out. Why is that so funny? Pumping iron, not the
Who?
What?
I need a little motivation.
Yeah.
What channel do you go to?
It's on Tubi. It's on Pluto.
On Tubi?
Yeah, it's on demand.
What do you put in?
I watch it on my laptop. I just put it in, or I put it on the TV.
Yeah, and it's just people cranking weight.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jesus, never thought I'd get that reaction.
That's the funniest fucking
thing. Want to arm wrestle?
That's the funniest fucking thing. No, I don't.
Okay,
I got fucking punched in the arm. My arm is already started.
I get punched in the arm.
I went.
My 12-year-old.
I was a sparring partner for somebody a couple of months ago, and I fucking got rocked in there. I don't want to do that right now.
Well, in the morning, there's nothing really on TV unless you catch a good movie. I don't want to watch the sports I knew the night before or politics. Just try to find something.
I live by ESPN now. I have it on all the time.
Yeah.
Just in the morning, I do.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, because I think sometimes those are the sneaky things. I feel like the question nobody is answering honestly. And I don't know if anybody really knows, but why does everything at least feel expensive now? Now, you talked about, you brought up shitty drivers a minute ago. Gas, though,
ridiculous.
$4.09, right?
Yeah.
Is the price, which now go to a major city.
Go to California.
Well, that's what I mean, right? It's even worse. And it's not like, inflation is up. It's strange, right? It feels like beef jumped a bunch. And,
well, it's all due to gas. You got to raise your prices to cover the gas costs to get it from the farmer to the market. Well, to Wegmans.
You buy 3 things and you walk out and you paid $72.
Right.
For fucking what? And it's an exaggeration, but I did run into a store the other day, and I normally put together a list and stuff, but we had been away. There's just been some different things happening, and so I didn't get to the store. And normally I'll go through and I actually plan it. I have it on my phone with little bubbles that I can like mark everything off as I go down on my list. and I didn't do that, and I left, and they go, all right, and I didn't buy a ton of stuff at all, $70 or something like that, and I was like, huh, and she goes, oh yeah, everything's gone way up.
Everything is ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, it was beef and chicken and something else. I'm like, all right, well, but
and it hurts everything, because if you're spending more of the grocery, that gives you less money to go have a dinner, gives you less money for that.
Yeah,
pizza.
and the other thing is nothing feels like a good deal anymore.
No,
like even happy hour or a lunch special.
That's probably the only thing that hasn't gone up. Is some of the prices on drinks and liquor, because that's still a huge markup.
They've gone up about $1 on some of them.
You think so? The places you go to?
Yeah, I only know that because there's one thing I drink. What is it, Doug?
It's Guinness.
And when I asked the other day, and I only asked because
you have a tip bucket for the class? Throw some nickels in when you left. You're like, hey, I had to put this on my Amex if anybody could throw in a little bit.
No, I didn't.
But you're right.
I should have. Why not? They tip you. You got to tip every fucking place you go nowadays. I mean,
until gas comes down, I don't know. And the problem with that is, when gas comes down, are the price is going to come down? I mean,
I don't know, because if you've got people paying them,
yeah,
right, we're not pushing back. Yeah. It's strange because you leave the grocery store and go,
what did I get?
Black out and buy a television in here? What did I do? I don't know what I'm doing. And it just feels like everything, not one thing, like everything.
Right.
Because we know that beef has gone up. Restaurants are struggling. I think there was a whole thing. I didn't see the piece, but on local news, a chain pizza shop, a local chain, is talking about how hard it is to not raise prices, to try not to.
That was Sale.
Yeah.
Salvatore's, yeah.
And I only saw it on Facebook. I didn't see the piece. I just saw
the piece.
The headline. Yeah. And what did he say?
He said, we're trying not to raise prices, but inflation's going up. We had to cut back on coupons. We still have to make a profit, and it's getting hard now.
Yeah.
With everything going up.
Well, everything feels like you're getting lightly screwed, like politely screwed. You know what I mean? It's not.
Well, we're all in it together. So
yes,
that's when you're a business person. You kind of look at them like, hey, I only make so much, and he's like, well, I only make so much as well.
Right.
I'm still paying this out, and I have to drive to a restaurant depot. I have to buy the product.
Yep.
The oil.
Yep.
The butter.
Yep.
To make the food.
Right.
So,
but then the problem is that people, if they stop coming.
Yeah,
that's what we don't want to happen.
Right. And then you're going to see businesses go under.
And the thing is too, like everything now is like monthly, right? Your monthly streaming, your monthly fitness, your monthly whatever. And a lot of times those just renew, and you don't even know. I tested an app and paid a certain amount for it, and then it went up by $40.
It's the little things too. Like I have a Delta Sonic card.
Yes.
And some places take the money out faster than others. So if I take it at Greece, it might take 2 days to take out of my bank account. If it's Henrietta, it takes 3 days. Well, 2 of the times I stopped for gas went on the same day. I didn't have enough in my account. So they got bounced back, and then they added on a $20 charge.
It's fucking
so
nice.
Now I'm fucked.
Why don't you just call them and fucking...
Well, they tried it again, and I had enough money in it. Yeah. They took it out, but it won't react. My card won't reactivate till next Thursday. So now I'm paying $40 a month for this card that I can't use to try to get lower gas prices that I can't get right now. And that gets frustrating. And at that point, people are, including myself, like, why am I going out?
Well, right.
I'm just going to sit here and watch TV.
Well, it's not like we're getting poorer. Sometimes it feels like we're getting billed to death with things like that.
Everything,
right? Because you're paying more money to get the cheaper gas for this card,
right?
And so that's a bill on top of the bill for the gas,
right?
It's like
a vicious circle, and I got to go work out I got to go work, to make the money for it. It's just.
And then the other thing is, there's also the shrinkflation, right? If they want to keep the price the same, now you get a little less.
Yes.
Or a poorer quality, right? Than you would. And I just go, they didn't just raise prices. They took shit away. And it all it hurts. And I think it's for a lot of people, it takes a psychological toll. People start to worry about things.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. And it becomes one of these things where it's not panic as much as it's just a constant pressure.
Right.
That's there. It's like low-grade stress.
If you like going to Wegmans and Tops, get coupons. get out of the paper or somebody.
Yeah.
Or what?
Some of them they do. Yeah. And sometimes they'll have digital coupons that you can get some places. That way you don't have to look like Doug going, I know I have a coupon in here somewhere. Hang on. It's coming. It was in my back pocket. I swear to God, 5 minutes ago. Can't you just take the $2 off? It was here. Seriously. I think my dog ate it. What?
Nothing.
Did you get mad at me?
No.
Well,
you know what I had?
Well, you're walking around doing math in your fucking head.
I am. I had bought a box of printer ink for an old printer.
Yeah.
This is the past couple months. And then I checked online what the lights mean, and it won't print. It's seized up. So I threw that out. I had to print something. So I went and got a new printer. Doesn't take the same ink. And I don't have the receipt for the ink. And now I can't return it because they don't return ink. So that's $35 out of my pocket. Now, do I put on Facebook and ask anybody, hey, do you use this printer ink? It's yours. Have at it. Maybe they'll throw me $20, or why didn't just throw it out? Because it's sitting on my counter. And every time I go by it, it pisses me off that I'm fucking out $32.
Yeah.
It's little things like that.
No, but it is, because what is $32 in your mind?
It's a tank of gas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that you start
and
doing.
Budgeting, and I'm not really good at budgeting.
Well, the thing, the problem is you can afford life. It just isn't as comfortable right now.
Right.
And that part kind of sucks and feels unfair.
Wait for this. They're saying concert tickets are ridiculous going up. They said something about Bruce Springsteen. I turned the channel, but stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when you go there for a beer, $15, $16, $20 a beer now.
Oh, going to a concert right now is like a soft flex. Like, hey, look what I did. Hey, maybe I just budgeted.
And if you want to, if you want to take a girl
I bought tickets to a show. A buddy of mine had reached out and said, come, you should get tickets to this. And I did. And I thought, well, buying them through the venue is usually the cheapest. Now, I had bought someone tickets at this venue for their birthday, and it was more than I thought.
Yeah.
Right. I think it was like, you're talking a little over $100 for lawn seats pair, right? You're not going to give somebody one ticket.
Wait, a pair.
So you're talking like
$200.
No.
Oh,
a little over 100 for the two.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's nothing.
So then friend of mine says, yeah. So I'm like, okay, that seems like a lot. You got to go to the Ticketmaster site, which I didn't do. I went through some other third-party app. Yeah. My friend got tickets to this concert, lawn. He bought two for $124, something like that. I went, how did you get that? Because I spent $150. I went through a fucking third-party app thinking it was going to be cheaper. It wasn't. But
even Ticketmaster, they have a markup, the surge.
Yeah, but they were the cheapest even than the venue, because for the venue it was over $100.
Yeah.
For
and they're getting sued.
Ticket.
They're trying to change that.
Who's getting sued?
Ticketmaster or StubHub and other places.
Well, the third-party stuff. But even the venue itself, it's like I thought they would want to be the cheapest, like their own ticket thing. I don't fucking know. I can't figure it out.
Well, they're already making money. Now they're going to make more money with a
but then you've got
service fee.
You
put that stupid shit on.
You got guilt around spending. You know what I mean? It's almost like, well, I really can't afford the concert.
Right.
I mean, I went into a place the other day. Nobody can see this in the studio, but this curtain I had that we put as a backdrop for some people. Not a curtain, it is a backdrop. And I was like, oh, I don't like the way that looks, and I don't feel like ironing it. So I'm going to bring it somewhere. So
I'll bring in a fucking iron. Who said they didn't like looking at it?
Me. I didn't like the way.
Why are you looking at that? You're looking at me.
No, what I'm saying to you is sometimes that's behind people where you sit. For different podcasts. And I didn't like the way it looked, because I had just taken this sort out of the package and put it up. And so I took it to this place to have them do it, because I'm like, I don't have the time to fucking do this, and I'm not going to do it. So fine. So they did a nice job. And then I see all the like bed quilts there. And I said, how much for like a king size quilt? And the woman gives me the price, and she goes, well, she says first, it's kind of expensive. And then she gives me the price. And I go, oh, that's a great deal. And she's like, well, I don't have that to just have she goes, I'd rather just take it to a laundromat myself. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to sit in a fucking laundromat. I don't have time to sit in a laundromat.
You do. You put it in there, you turn it on, you read your book for your grad course, have a Guinness, have 2 Guinness, have 3 Guinness. And then by that time it's done to put in the dryer, have 1 Guinness, 2 Guinness, 3 Guinness. Now you get a 6-pack in it. You're passing the course, and the quilt's all dry. What's the matter?
Because in addition to that, I also have food
Buy the
shopping,
Guinness.
help the kid with the homework. I've got, cleaning to do. There's maintenance stuff that it's a fucking lot, Doug.
I know.
I'd rather just pay the $40 and have
$40. I'll fucking iron it for $40.
Well, it's $40. Not that wasn't $40. It was like $19, but $40 to have the quilt cleaned. I'm like, yeah. And she goes, I don't have $40, and I'm like,
yeah.
And that. All that does is make me take pause and go, well, this sucks, because when real people are getting hurt, somebody who has a job, is working, probably living within their means, that to me is bad.
One of my Uber drivers yesterday was yesterday, I think, was talking about her uncle or brother, somebody can't get cash assistance. He blew all his cash assistance from New York State, and they don't give you cash assistance in Florida.
What's cash assistance?
I'm kind of wondering that myself. When you're down on your luck or on welfare or whatever it is, and you can get some cash. But she made it quite clear that they don't do it in Florida, but they do it in New York. So I might look that up.
Look it up and see. Yeah. I mean, you probably have to
qualify for something,
income or something like that. But I mean, hey, why not? I don't know. I mean, God, you're standing at the gas pump and you watch your credit score drop as it fills.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, this is crazy. But hey,
you gotta get that soft spot between $20 and $30 to what you'll make on Ubering to make it worth what you're paying in the pump. And it's just the same way as when you go grocery shopping or a family of 5. You know, what are we going to eat?
Right.
What am I planning for dinner?
Here's what
what's affordable.
Here's what you're saying and what I don't think is being said. I think we're being told what's happening. Nobody's talking about how you live in it.
Right.
Or what it feels like.
I don't understand why gas is so expensive. We have gas. There's gas out there. We're just getting fucked.
Right.
Plain
and they'll
simple.
say something about Iran or whatever. I mean, that becomes the thing.
Who's making the money out of this?
But
not me, not you.
No. And there's always, believe me, there's people who profit from
absolutely.
War. Yeah. But nobody talks about how it feels to live in it. And that's the part that I think is there.
Right.
Because data says one thing, and then
now they do say that
people feel something else.
I did throw on the AM radio the other day, and they said prices are looking to come down in the next month or two. But it's still a month or two of worrying.
It's a month or two of worrying. You're heading into summer. That could mean people don't take the vacations that they normally take.
Is the government shutdown still a thing?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Even that's so ridiculous. Yeah. We're shut down. We're not paying people.
Yeah.
Politicians are getting paid.
Yeah.
It's just fucking stupid.
Well,
you're fucking the working man. That's all it is.
This is what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Data can say one thing, people feel something else, and you feel broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't feel broke, you certainly feel like you can't relax anymore.
Now my friends are going out tonight, or we're going out tonight, and it should be an Uber ride there and an Uber ride back, plus what I'm spending in beer, or maybe a couple shots. So, and sometimes that gets out of hand. Tuesday for my euchre league party, I took out $100. That was gone at the bar. And then we went to another bar, and I think I put another $70, $80 on. And then I woke up in the morning, I'm like, I'm fucking broke with the money I was trying to, catch up and save and move ahead a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is where those, when data says one thing and you feel something else, and those two things don't match, you stop trusting everything. That's the way I see it. And you don't know who to believe or what to believe.
You're right.
Anymore in that stuff. And to me, the real shift in all this is it's not so much that life is unaffordable as much as it stopped feeling worth what it's costing.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. On
right. It does not feel like it should cost this
All
much.
I'm doing is working to try to pay the next bill that I haven't got yet.
Yes.
And I can't even put fun on my to-do list.
No.
Because I don't have enough money for that.
Right. And maybe there's other things you can do, but try to have a date and say, hey, let's go for a picnic along the canal. And the canal's empty and it's fucking
I don't
want
to do that. Well, I found you on Lyle in a box. So this is going to be an upgrade for you and your 3 teeth. So why don't you just give it a chance?
All right, Dougie Fresh.
Woo! Good to be back, buddy. Good show.
Yeah, always fun. With
Yeah.
Dougie in the house. I love it.
Hope you had fun listening, everybody.
Yes, and I apologize to anybody who checked out the show on YouTube. Our YouTube numbers are growing. Segment 3 did not get video.
Maybe you'll figure it out by year 7.
Fuck you. I paused it.
Oh, jeez.
I paused it, and I did not unpause it. There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Have a Guinness. Maybe that'll help.
I'm not
Maybe you should.
Huh. I had one yesterday. One motherfucker. One. So proud of myself. Really changing my.
Would you drop the other 3 on the floor?
For Dougie Fresh. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you next time.
Cadillac with Tennessee bliss. It was somewhere in Nevada. Cold outside, she was shivering in the dark. Wild bird her ride.